But you do like jet engines?
Oh yes, I like any engine, you know, right from steam, petrol and the lot. I could tell most aircraft at one time. I could tell the Dakotas because they had radial engines, Merlin engines and Griffin engines were a bit more grumpy than the Merlin engine. I could tell all those, but you know,
what do you mean that a Griffin engine's more grumpy?
Well, they were more powerful than the Merlin. Merlin was a nice, sweet sounding engine, but the Griffin it roared more.
You speak of these sounds as if they're music to your ears.
Well, yes, I could, you know, you could tell the difference between different engines, especially radial and inline engines. They, you know, they were completely different sounds. Inline engine seems sweeter. Radials raw, but they've got a distinctive noise.
So when you first got your hands on a Merlin, can you remember that?
Yes.
Describe that day when you first started working.
Well, it was the first thing I had to do was lift the cylinder blocks off, check the pistons, and change sometimes 3 or 4 piston rings on each piston, and then put the blocks back on again, which was done with a screw jack, and it was a nice simple job, and you just dropped them right down, screwed them you know, with this jack thing down, and then put all the nuts on. Quite a lot of nuts.
And is there a skill to what you're doing there?
Oh yeah, there's a skill, yes, but I used to like doing it. I think that was the thing, if you enjoyed doing it, you just got better and better and quicker at it.
And what's the skill, do you think, in dismantling a Merlin,
well,
putting it back right?
The skill is no real skill. They come off easily and they fit on easily. When you know what you're doing, though, that's the thing.
That's the skill, isn't
That's
it?
the skill, that's
Yeah.
right, yes.
So those hands of yours that I'm looking at now, they know a lot of things about machining.
Yes, yeah. A lot of people said they wouldn't work with their hands, they work with their brain, but I work with my hands all the time.
But that's an interesting question to me about hand and brain, because if you're working with your hands, you're using your brain.
That's right.
So what do you think of these people who say it's either brain or hands, white collar or blue collar?
Well, I just like the way I'd been an apprentice, and that's all I knew really early days, and I liked it. I used to do everything on engines and cars and.
But I suppose what I'm saying is, there are some people who think that because you work with your hands, you're not as
that's
clever as
right.
others. But this is not
Yes.
true, is it?
No, I don't. Well, I don't think so. But there's quite a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, did you work with your hands?" And you know, yes, I work with my hands.
And what do they then say?
I worked in the office. That was always a better job to them, but I didn't think so. I wouldn't work in an office. I could do the office work, but.
But you see, I think that's a problem for us in our society. This differentiation between.
Oh, it's a big one.
So you were working on these beautiful piston engines.
Yes.
And then along came something else, in the guise of a jet engine. Can you remember your first jet?
Yes, the Derwent, which was in a meteor, and they were an interesting engine, but they never sent us interesting as a piston engine. But you got used to it. That's all there was to work on, jet engines in aircraft. The piston engines were dying out. The aircraft were all going over to jet, and it was just work again. I liked it.
But there's a which sound do you prefer? The piston engine or the jet engine?
They're both very good, but I think a big piston engine.
Yeah.
Yes. A Merlin or a Griffin. They were nice, noisy engines. Yes.
Do you need to be an obsessive sort of person to work with engines, or just a normal guy?
Well, I think I was a normal guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I just liked engines.